Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Got no snare in my headphones.
It's Eminem. Got no snare. Got no snare in my headphones. Eminem.
Check 1 2. You can hear me. Check, 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 check. There it is.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So, how long behind schedule are they? Like a couple minutes?
I'm not sure.
What game are we doing?
Over here it's Dropton, Anderson, Hamilton.
All right. Kick ass.
Yeah, it should be good.
Just the two of us until Ty gets here? Whenever.
Yeah.
Great.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
We're not live, right? For audio.
Check check.
Hey, welcome to the Madtown Double Down Mixed Doubles Bonspiel, brought to you by Kugels and
Also by Fireball, the finest cinnamon whiskey.
today we got Barn Burner in action and VoIP Defender. Today we got some B finals, B qualifying games against Nuremberger and Roth against team from Bulgaria, Sakaresh and Naj. That's the game. That's going to be our featured game today. The other B qualifiers are the Hamilton siblings against Anderson and Dropkin, and Kaylin Park, Craig Deeren against Catlin Schneider and Shannon Burchard. Got some big games. What do you think, Mikey?
Yeah, it's going to be a really good curling. It's been really fun to watch just for today. I didn't catch anything from yesterday, but it's been a great curling, and the ice has been fantastic. A lot of curl. The word on the street here is about 26-ish second ice, so nice and fast ice.
Sounds about right. Sounds great. Players should like it. If not, they can make it themselves next time. Did we see who won the hammer here? I missed the first draw.
Right.
Looks like Roth Nuremberger won the hammer. Playing at their home club. If anybody out there watching has got questions or comments or just want to say hi, shoot us a little message in the little chat area there. Or you can, if you know us personally, you can send an email or tweet at us or something. If we don't have an answer, we'll make something up. All right, let's get this game started. Ildiko, is that how we pronounce the first name?
Ildiko Sakaresh.
Ildiko Sakaresh.
We're doing our best on pronunciation here. We had some assistance from a member of their party, so we're doing the best we can. I can sympathize as someone with the silent J in my last name.
Yeah. I would think that a lot of people have a tough time with your name. We should just we should spell it for people and then take comments about how they would pronounce it.
How to pronounce it? Yeah, we won't say it. So it's J-U-S as in Sam, Z as in zebra, C as in Charlie, Z as in zebra, Y-K. If you want to try to put that phonetically in a comment, I'd be interested to see how badly people mess it up.
That's a terrible name. I'm just kidding. What's the heritage behind that name?
Polish.
Polish. All right.
Very Polish.
Video work over here being done by Joel Dietz. Once again, all these fine cameras and angles and all that stuff is looking good. Nice work, Joel. I've been getting lots of positive feedback on your efforts.
That's curlingnetwork.com.
Wow. That is right on cue there. It's like I set you up for something I didn't even know it. George is what this gentleman goes by. Naj.
Yep. Hold. 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 Yep. Yep. Kérlek, hívják, fennakadunk az első. Jön.
Just overcurled a little bit there. Weight was pretty close.
Let's go here.
Yeah.
2 inches the forefoot gets you a shot. Or,
Yeah, you like edge of 8?
yeah, I think so. Maybe a little bit more for you. Maybe an inch or 2 more.
Croy trying the out turn, come around. Croy Nurnberger, hailing from
7.
Medford, Wisconsin originally. Now he lives in Madison. His
Looks pretty
beautiful wife, Shalon.
It's going to come down, but
Mine's fine.
Maybe she's at the club
good.
today. Maybe she's got better things to do.
I think she's curling in the club division.
Oh, okay.
that's good.
The Madtown Double Downs features both a elite competitive, or what I think they're calling it, the World Division,
Yep.
and a recreational, more club level division. How many teams are in that one?
I'm not sure, actually. That's a great question.
Sokat nem, de valamennyit.
I think it's around 20. 22. 22 we're being told. So it's great. We got all different skill levels. Lots of great curling.
70, kivel rakva egy picit, nem?
Ooh, trying the double. Close to the guard. He's going to get by. Oh, good shot.
That's a great shot.
Nice shot, George.
Okay.
Looks like red's still sitting 1, but we have yellow 2, 3,
And 4.
and 4.
I think so.
Just hack weight?
Yeah.
Croy, I think he's trying to intern hack weight here. Yeah. Try and take that rock out that Naj
hack.
just threw.
Hurt! Hurt!
That's going to overcurl. That's wrecking.
Okay.
Well, I would say it's a good thing that Roth and Nürnberger have the hammer right now. Because I think that Naj and Sakarash are about to sit 4 or 5.
Igazából nem
Most sem
látod,
bánom, ha kilólunk,
nem látod az egészet, ha látod?
de nem baj, ha kilólolunk, csak
Jó.
üssük ki.
Jó.
4 kövünk van a házban,
Jó.
akinek sem.
Okay.
I think overcurling in the earlier ends has kind of been the theme, at least for the sheets we've been covering here. I know the rocks were just roughed up on Tuesday, so we're seeing a lot of curl, and it's really nice and fast ice.
Yeah, when the pebble's a little fresher, you tend to get a little bit more tendency for overcurls.
Oh!
Looks like a pretty good shot here.
Kicsinoljon ma!
Ooh, oh, that's perfect.
That's a great shot. Sitting five yellows in there.
Croy's going to try a little damage control here. Try the out turn double, and then if he makes that, he'd sit in front of those other two in the back 8. Oh, he's not throwing this as hard as I would have expected. Maybe he's just trying a little hit and roll.
Yeah, a little hit and flop over and sit on top of it.
This looks like it's curling too much too, doesn't it?
Yeah. Pretty close to nose there.
Nice, baby.
Go.
Looks like that's a second count.
Láttad, hogy mennyi volt ereje?
Igen.
Rögtön lett a vonalról, akkor elfordul. Tehát a vonalon onnan kell egy picit letenni. Vagy dobd innen, azt is kell.
Nem, jó ez.
Egyenesebb.
Jó ez. Láttam, hogy is nem.
If anyone's watching from Hungary, let us know in the comments.
Ha túlfordulunk, akkor a sárga megfogja. Mert belülről kell
I'm sure we have some international viewership here.
Our Hungarian is not very good, though.
No, I don't understand a word of it.
Yep, 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 yep. Ho, 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 ho! Bad. Bad. Whoa.
That's not bad. I mean, she overcurled a little bit from what she wanted to, but I think Nina's throwing I think she's throwing a draw
Yeah.
against 5. So that's a good result for Team Hungary here in the first end.
Definitely puts the pressure on.
So, 75.
Okay. Not quite 80 yet.
Can I even get right away with 80? But 75 is probably better.
Okay.
Mikey, are you surprised that she's not playing the intern draw here? Maybe using something as backing?
Yeah, that's definitely what I would call. But if she likes her out turn better, she likes her out turn better.
Yeah, she could just be familiar with this
Gonna have to play
the
up
speed on
Yep,
this
then.
track.
Yep.
Yeah, then.
That's 12!
It's a little heavy, he says. She's
Hard.
going for a little rub right now. Oh, just
Good
a
call.
little one. How'd we do?
Looks like yellow's
Look at
definitely
it.
one.
Looks like one
Looks
steal
like
of one.
yeah.
Good sweeping, I think, that they held that out there and got that little bit of a rub, so there was only a steal of one.
I was doing that before, but when Ty gets here, he'll sit here. And I'll flip over and start doing it.
Alright.
Valamennyi sokszor emlékszel. Fordulni fordul a vége.
Looks like we got 36 of you joining us so far. Beginning of this B final. Feel free to send us a message in the chat room. Madtown Double Down brought to you by Line and Kugels. Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey?
Fireball, genuine, all-American cinnamon whiskey.
And VoIP Defender. We've got a couple of, I don't know exactly what the level is. Sheet sponsors also. And I'm not sure if one of them's featured this game or not, but I'll give you just the real quick rundown. Modus Financial, Endgame Curling, Gruber Law, and Steve's Curling Supplies. Also Black & Decker.
And sponsoring specifically our friends from Hungary, we have Floors for Less. I'm told they're located close to the Beltline. And then our sheet sponsor for Team Nürnberger and Roth is going to be Village Smile Care. That is a dentist office right around here in Madison.
Village Smile Care with Angela Cody, Madison Curling Club member. Rave reviews about her dentistry work.
You like bumping it?
I like moving it.
You like actually like get weight or just?
Either way.
Okay, I can easily hit it. So just
I think hitting it's fine.
like forward weight.
Yeah. Forward. Throw an edge on edge, yeah?
I got it.
Extra? I still like forward. Weight's good.
Close, yep. Hard! Whoa! Whoa! Close, yep.
Solid!
Yep. Hard! Nose roll is jó, kívülről találom el, az is jó. Csapat!
Curled up a little too much there.
How way do you like?
Whichever. Is that
What?
anything poking out on that side? Maybe that way.
Oh, I just got visited by John Landsteiner here. It's pretty special. Olympic gold medalist. He tapped me on the
Edge
shoulder
of
and
8
said
foot.
hi.
Hung out there.
I'm all giddy
I'm a
inside.
little more positive.
Handsome but devil too.
Really good looking. Just classic good looks.
Man. If he wasn't a gold medal curler, you'd think maybe he was like
Some kind of supermodel.
some kind of a model. Former lumberjack
I think we're
turned
closer than
model.
you think. Yeah.
That's really good.
Sit. It's perfect.
That's a great rock.
I'm going to give Nina all the credit for sweeping. I don't think she gets any very much sweeping props with her current role as skip.
Ez nem jó, mert a... Csak
De csak egy ilyen...
Nem, én csak ide jönnek. Ide jönnek, és egyel odaadtuk.
Jó.
Mert ha
Mekkora jég?
akkor ott a
Haló?
fehér széle.
Still waiting for some comments in the chat room here. Mikey and I, soon to be joined by Ty. Be more than happy to answer any questions or tell you a funny story. Maybe make something up.
We've had a few cheese facts today. A handful of different cheese discussions.
I love cheese. What did you talk about?
Oh, we talked about the ideal cheese for a grilled cheese.
Hey, Lon!
The one cheese question, if you have one cheese the rest of your life.
Van hely! Erősnek néz ki!
We've gone through all the deep philosophical cheese,
Nem erős.
the deep cheese questions. We've addressed them.
Ne pattanjon le!
Nem erős.
This looks like a pretty good shot. What'd you come up with for the grilled perfect cheeses for a grilled cheese?
My answer is the same for both. It's an aged cheddar.
Aged cheddar.
You get one cheese forever. It's an aged cheddar. This also happens to be the best thing for a grilled cheese.
So, I will comment on your cheddar. I think cheddar's great. Don't get me wrong. I feel like it doesn't melt perfectly in a grilled cheese.
That's fair.
I think that more of like a Colby Jack,
Yep.
maybe a
Do you
Munster
want to move it at all?
is a little bit better melting consistency in a grilled cheese sandwich.
It's a very fair argument, and one of the things we talked about earlier was I'm actually okay with Velveeta. I think it's a great product. They're not a sponsor, but you know it melts great, it tastes fine. I'm no cheese snob. I enjoy fine cheeses,
Yeah.
but you know a Velveeta even has its place in something like that.
Oh, I don't disagree. I think I would probably not have the Velveeta as my lone cheese product.
It's very true.
Because I don't even know if if it's officially called a cheese or if it's
I
just
think
called
it's,
cheese product.
It's a pasteurized cheese
Wait,
food.
Fred.
Okay.
Sounds really good.
It does. That's got the perfect
Sounds really good.
consistency
Seems
for a grilled
similar.
cheese.
And you melt that on the noodles. You can do it in the oven, put some breadcrumbs on top.
Sure.
Do it in a pan. It's a very versatile cheese product.
Yeah.
We're over curling.
I would say just because we're from Wisconsin and we have the best cheeses in the world, it does not mean that we aren't able to accept all different varieties and qualities and styles.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no room for snobbery, you know. Interesting end here. We have everything kind of stacked down the center.
Most mehet szerintem. a
So
két
this is
fél.
the last shot of the end for Sakaresh.
Most, mert ugye, hogyha nagyon rövid, akkor
I think she's
eltűnik
probably
más.
trying to guard. I don't know.
Hogy nem mennék azért teljesen a kék szélére.
Is she going to guard the in-turn draw to the forefoot or the out-turn? Because I don't know that Nina's going to have much of an option to get more than two anyways right now.
Szélére.
Doesn't look like it.
Szerintem tele 80.
Looks like she's gonna guard the intern here.
93.
Kicsit toltam rajta. Jól néz ki szerintem magától. Magától, mert nagyon be fog esni, várj! Wow. Wow.
I'm gonna translate that for you and say
Maradhat, ne,
the line's a little out there. It's okay.
Okay.
Not too bad a shot there.
All right, good guard. I think Nina could probably still make the in-turn if she needed to, but
But the out turn, all she needs is full four.
yeah.
Még most ott van azért az, hogy
Crowd's going nuts in here. Hamilton's just made a shot.
either way it's fine. Whatever you like.
I think they're all
I
in
do
shock.
this in my draw. It's like exactly like my draw, right?
Yeah. So I think it's going to be a fresh pebble this far out. So I aimed at the right side of that yellow rock.
Okay.
on my left. So
I think that should be good for me.
Where's he aiming?
She's throwing the out turn, it looks like.
Out turn and Croy's worried about this being fresh pebble, but he also talked about aiming way out, like outside of the house.
it looks close.
Her line's probably near the
Line's
edge of
good.
the 12 foot.
Yeah, I'm not sure she got quite that far out. It looks like it's curling, but
What's hot?
Definitely
Line?
moving.
line is okay. A little nervous about weight here.
Let's try.
Just slips a little deep.
One.
Colin Huffman, I just got a text message. Somebody says our voices are super high pitched on the web stream. We're gonna try and crank up the bass. Thanks for the feedback. Or I don't know if feedback's the right term, but Maybe we can all just start talking really low.
We're gonna drop some highs and add some lows.
I'd like to give you an update on the other B final games, but I can't because they haven't put up their scores. So I'll just tell you that this one's tied up 1-1, deadlocked.
It's nice. Should be top 8 right now.
Well then, gotta work. Curling. Right to it.
We're up to 41 viewers right now. Why don't you call your friends? Tell them to join in. I'll start telling jokes at the after the fourth end. I'm telling jokes. The dirty ones are after the sixth end. I won't stop. Yep, until I get more people on the stream. One of them has to do with a small piano player. I got a joke about baby seals. I got one about a monkey.
Irányírt, és most már viheted. Kívülről. Forogni kell, bocsi. Forogni kell. Nem lesz nagyon kott. Legyen meg a príz.
That was a great shot there.
98, baby, nagyon szép.
Adiko Sakarash.
Szuper. A little bit.
That's good.
Yeah, gotta go. Hard! Hard! Well.
It's a little light, gonna wreck on the guard there.
It's not bad. It's not.
Nanyitad, baby.
Hát ez most egy csak.
Menjünk be innen.
All right, I just sent out a tweet
Csak
that, telling people that we're on
maradj.
right now, and so I imagine we'll have like 20 or 30,000 viewers in just a minute.
Yeah, easily tens of thousands.
Right. I have.
Picit kisebb.
Yeah, bring a friend. Bring 10 friends.
Yeah. Retweet it. Send it out to, I don't know. Send it to some famous person, and then if they retweet it, then all of a sudden we'll have millions of people. Probably blow up the bandwidth.
Bring down the whole club's internet for months.
You know,
That's how that works.
Nagyon kell.
I have like, you know, whopping like 400 followers, and most of them probably have me blocked. But whatever.
Tovább, hozd be. Hozd be. Hozd be.
I haven't been paying attention to the beginning of this end, Mikey. I'm not doing a very good, not being very professional. So what's happening?
Well, we're curling.
Okay, who's made a good shot or a bad shot here so far?
Odiko Sakarash made a great come around, and that's the stone that's currently sitting shot. And we've been kind of trying to draw on top of it and kind of wrecking on that top guard.
Okay. Thanks for the update.
Wait, seems good.
I can tell you after two ends, the Hamilton siblings are tied up with Anderson Dropkin. And And that's all I can tell you.
No bounce.
None of the other games have any scores posted yet. We're being joined here maybe by Tim Wensler, one of the Bonspiel organizers.
Oh, boy. Let me tell you about the kitchen.
The infamous Tim
He's
Winslow.
telling us about the kitchen?
Jeez. I've been in there all day.
We talking about kitchen?
Literally since 7:30 this morning. We're in that kitchen. We had some pulled pork that was amazing.
Did that come from Dietz Meats?
No, that came from Tim's head, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kitchen sales going all right in there?
Kitchen's doing fantastic.
Yeah, it has to
Tonight
be
we got some steak going on, guys. I gotta tell you, I'm really excited for that too.
You got steaks?
We got steaks.
Come on down to the Madison Curling Club. Madtown Double Down. Get a steak. Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Menj fel, akkor nézd már.
Most ő megüti, csak úgy tudja.
Tim didn't know what sheet we were commenting on, so he wants to chime in, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. So he needs to know what sheet to talk about.
A headszer jó, mert hogyha akkor kinyitod és berollolunk. Lassan a kézem!
Looks like we're going to get joined here shortly by Ty Vietman
Semmi!
and maybe even somebody else.
Á, jó,
for the gold medal.
Légy kész!
I don't know. We'll see.
Csabart!
Gyönyörű!
I won't tell you his name, but sounds like Forrest. It rhymes with Forrest.
Yeah, that's a good, good job there.
Thanks. Welcome to the show, Ty Vietman. Welcome back, my man.
Yeah, Ty Vietman's back.
Where you been?
I took the Landsteiners out on the town.
Okay.
Brought them to Pitcher's Pub. In Southside Madison. Beautiful place.
Yeah. All right, I've been there before.
Seems like more though.
What'd you have, lunch or cocktails?
We had really sad cheese curds because they were Cisco cheese curds.
Oh no.
And then, but we had some Lake Louis.
Let's not bash any companies. Whatever.
Cisco ain't gonna sponsor us.
You do what you want.
Did have some Warp Speed from Lake Louis though.
Lake Louis, I like that
Oh yeah,
brewery. Where's that?
it's an arena.
Arena. I was trying to figure out where that Potosi. I had Potosi in my head, but
Yeah,
that's
well,
Potosi.
yeah,
Brewery.
Potosi's from Potosi. All right, joining us in the booth, we got John Morris.
Howdy, folks.
How was the game?
I'm fresh off my first ever Wisconsin Badger game, and it was fantastic. Badgers won, just in case you guys didn't know.
Yeah, by what, like
They
like 3?
No, they beat Rutgers by 20.
Yeah.
So it was pretty exciting. But now we get to even more exciting sport of curling.
Yeah, well,
How's the game going so far?
what do we got going on, Craig?
We got some interns and some outturns. Some of each. There's even a couple takeouts.
Like takeouts?
Yeah, a couple.
Irányolj!
They weren't making those very well though. So no, the game's going fine. It's a little tight, a little tight right now. Not a lot of opportunity for big ends. Nina made a nice draw in the first against 5. Was it 5, Mikey, that she was drawing against?
Oh. So it's Hungary versus the locals, eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, this Hungarian team, they play a lot. They play like I see them playing every weekend over there in Europe, and they decided to come over here to North America, which is pretty cool.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty cool event.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people all over the place, and we got, normal club curlers playing all over the place.
Yeah, they get some good old Wisconsin hospitality, which is pretty cool. We've
But-
experienced it this weekend. It's been pretty awesome.
Wisconsin hospitality brought to you by Leinenkugels and Fireball Whiskey.
And Fireball Whiskey, yeah.
Az ötösünk elmegy, de akkor...
Have you been to Wisconsin before, John?
Yeah, I visited Maddie Hamilton a few summers back on my way across America. But I didn't curl here. I played beach volleyball with him, and it was beach volleyball night. And but but this is my first time ever curling in Wisconsin, and I
Mhm.
didn't realize it was so big. I've been running into people here, and they're saying like there's a bunch of clubs around here, and all within a couple hours.
Yeah, if you go just the county north of us, there's 5.
Wow.
And they have high school curling, which is pretty awesome. It doesn't really happen around in this county.
Yeah, that's cool.
But very close by, we have high school.
Yeah, so I've been pretty impressed with the curling spirit around here.
We in Madison we're having conversations about
Curling now.
expanding this club or possibly building a new one somewhere else in town as well, because
Oh, really?
we're pretty much at max
Stay close,
capacity.
get a
We
feather.
turned away so many people.
Really, I heard that. That's
Yeah,
a good
we-
problem to have.
We have, but there's a bunch of space up in those clubs up north, which half hour, 45 minutes away, and we've been helping them out, and so it's just been growing in the area more and more. And I'd say it's all thanks to you.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's more thanks to the Browns and the Hamiltons more than the Morris.
Oh yeah. Craig Brown definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just bringing them in with my good looks.
Yeah. Yeah. The silvering fox.
No, I think it's great. You guys have embraced this new sport of mixed doubles, and having an open and a competitive event has been pretty cool. You know, as soon as we saw it on the map this year for the mixed doubles schedule, I circled it right away, and then when I heard that the Badgers were playing on Saturday, I'm like, okay,
you had to do it.
we got to get down here.
Yeah.
So no, it's been great. We've really enjoyed it, and yeah, hopefully we'll be alive come tomorrow night.
Yeah, we'll see.
So Craig, you still curling anymore?
I'm playing once a week currently, Monday nights with Matt Hamilton.
So he's done real curling.
And my man Ty Vietman over here.
Oh, right on.
We brought in a 14-year-old play
yeah.
play lead for us, teach us a few things.
You brought in a sweeper, so you guys can just sit on the bench.
Yep.
Make him do the work.
Pretty much.
Good move.
So yeah, I am not playing much. If I get a call to play in a Bonspiel, I might show up, but I'm not scheduling them myself right now.
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, you're gonna play in Centerville men's in a couple months.
Maybe. I also might play the Blind River men's with Dean Gemmel and his dad.
Oh yeah, the Gemmels.
Try and win a chainsaw.
Right on. I've heard about that spiel. You know that town of Blind River is in a Neil Young song, eh?
I've heard lots of wonderful things about Blind River, but that's one of them that I haven't heard yet.
Yeah, it's a beauty. It's a beauty town up there.
Oh, I just got reminded, but from Colin, I'm signed up for the St. Paul International Bonspiel in February.
Oh yeah, you can't go to Centerville then.
It's the same weekend?
Yeah.
No. Well, I'm already registered for St. Paul. Sorry,
That's
buddy.
Fine. That's fine. Don't go back to the homeland anyways.
I went last year. It was a terrible experience.
Why? Because we lost in the semi.
Yeah.
Oh, but you had a great time, right? Watching us consume the most amount of alcohol you've seen consumed.
I had a great time. We watched our boys, John Schuster, John Landsteiner, Team Landsteiner, with John Schuster and Matt Hamilton and Tyler George win a gold medal at about 3:30 in the morning.
Oh yeah, it would have been early over here, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a late one.
It was great. Club didn't shut down. We just kept the party rolling in this small town that we were at.
Well, I gotta say, I know that there's many Canadians that were not happy with Canada not getting a medal.
Yeah,
but
I can see that.
I gotta say, I think for the sport of curling, and I know those that Schuster team personally, they're all great fellas, and I think it was really good for the sport of curling to see the U.S. get a gold medal. And I know that they've been pretty busy all summer, but it's been great to see that, and it's hard not to cheer for your friends when they get a medal like that. So.
And the history that the USA used to have, quite a bit of a lull from getting a gold medal. So,
when was the last gold medal? Was it one of the Somervilles?
Or was it Nichols? It was 84, wasn't it? 84 was the last gold medal?
No. Bruce Roberts.
That's a good curling trivia question. When was the last?
It wasn't in 84 though. It was like 76. 76, 78.
Was that the one in Duluth?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last one. Team from Hibbing and Superior?
Correct.
Cool. Yeah,
I
that's
actually,
it's like Miracle on Ice, they call it, eh?
yeah,
I think there'll be
Yeah,
a
the
movie,
Miracle.
about that one.
they're working on it.
Yeah?
They're working on it.
That's good. They deserve it.
I think I can understand why the Canadians weren't real happy with the end results in Korea, but or at least for the full team event, I suppose they were happy with the mixed doubles, whatever.
Yeah, how'd that go?
But
Some hacks won it.
And some hacks went in.
I think for the overall good of the sport, it was probably for the best
I agree.
that Team USA got a gold medal. I think it could have the potential to bring in a lot of money to the sport, help it grow not just in the U.S. but everywhere in the world.
It just shows you that anybody can win it
Yeah.
at any time.
It gives everyone that sort of, that motivation that they can still. And you know what else is really good? I don't know if you guys talked about it much over here. Was that Korea did really well in the women's. They won a silver medal.
They got silver. Yeah,
That's the first time an Asian nation's really done really
and they were
very well. So.
killing it.
Yeah, they could have easily won.
They keyed it. Yeah, the way they were playing. Honestly, that was a down game in that gold medal. They could have had it.
And they were like the vibe over there when they were playing was awesome. Like the crowd was packed and they were cheering for absolutely everything, and it was cool to see. That was one of my favorite parts of the Olympics was watching the fans of the Korean women's team go to town every time they were playing.
So your event got done, obviously, before the men's and women's even got going. Did you stick around the whole time, or did you come home early? Did you stay through the closing ceremonies, or?
Oh hell no! I didn't leave early. I didn't know how many more Olympics I'm gonna get to. So
Sure.
the good thing about this Olympics was we finished the Olympics. It was like just the start of the second week, and we were done.
Right.
So we had 2 weeks to cheer on our teammates and to experience everything the Olympics has to offer, and the pressure was off. So we just, I'll give you a rundown of what we did. All right. We first of all, right across from the Olympic Village was the Czech House. Okay. So my motivation all week at the Czech House. Well, you couldn't get in the Czech House unless you were like a Czech athlete or a big dignitary. But so my motivation was I felt that if we won a gold medal, I could get into the VIP room of the Czech House. So that night after we won, I went over to the Czech House and they served us the most delicious beer. You guys ever tried Pilsner Urquell?
Oh yeah, Pilsner Urquell is delicious.
It was. So we went there and we celebrated with the Czechs. And we had a great time, and they just treated us like with open arms, and then we just we did lots of great stuff. You guys know Jay and Dan they used to be on Fox Sports here. Dan O'Toole and Jay Onright.
If you don't, you need to start following them on Instagram. They're hilarious. They're Canadian. They're Canadian originally. They were on TSN for years, and then they were on Fox for 5 years, something like that.
Funniest guys.
Oh my God.
By the
so
way,
good.
Chelsea Carey's in with us.
Oh yeah,
today.
I'm here.
Yeah,
So Team Carey's joining us today.
There we go. So anyhow,
Don't worry, if it gets a little too Canadian here, we'll throw them out.
Yeah.
we'll try to keep our A's to a minimum here, and our boots.
Well, don't ask me. No, never mind.
Yeah, we'll try not to hard pronounce our O's so much.
Hey, nothing wrong with a long vowel. How do we say Wisconsin, anyways?
What's going on in this curling game? We got a curling game going on here?
I don't know.
Yeah, after 3 ends, we're sitting.
Last end there was like 8 rocks in the 4-foot and only one scored. So
Yeah, sitting 2-1. Hungary up on the advantage here at the Madtown Double Down, brought to you by Liney's and Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey, because why remember Saturday night?
Well, I gotta say that's the good thing about mixed doubles is
You can have a little fun.
There's good fun and there's always lots of rocks in play.
Oh yeah,
right. We're not blanking ends or there's always stuff going down. So.
We almost gave up 4 coming home 3 up earlier. So yeah, you never know in doubles.
There's no certainty.
No, zero.
This sheet brought to you by VoIP Defender, defending your voice over IP.
So Craig, did you play some mixed doubles last year? Did you try it out?
No, I tried it. I tried it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I played with Sarah Anderson because I figured if she could win with Corey Dropkin, she could win with anybody.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And apparently that wasn't the case.
I just
'cause
don't think you work out as much as he does.
We did
That's the
not
problem.
win.
Was it like she only curls with short guys, or what's the deal there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah.
I find you guys have two significantly different sweeping styles, you and Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them tries.
One
I
of
think.
them sweeps, and one of them doesn't. You can guess which is which.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah,
Nah,
no,
we'll do
we played and we struggled. It was actually it was less of a sweeping problem and more of a shooting problem from both of us. So it was
Okay.
I'd have put like 5 games under my belt in mixed doubles, and then I retired.
Shut her down after that, eh?
Yep.
Oh, it's great. I played one time in league, and then they decided that I should commentate this, and I have no idea what's going on. But
I don't know.
having a good time.
You guys are doing a good job.
So I have a question for you, John.
Okay.
Do you think that the current rules of mixed doubles are
The right ones.
the right ones?
What would you change?
Well, I guess if I was nitpicking I think they're pretty darn good as they are. However, there's a few things I'd change. One thing which we had at our Olympic trials last year is we had music on the ice.
I was talking about that at about the Continental Cup because there was lots of music there during it.
And it's I think one of the challenges we have in this game of curling is engaging younger people. And I think that's, they've tried that in mixed doubles with the music and it's been a hit. So I think that most mixed doubles fields, if you have the capacity to have some speakers out there, is get some tunes out there. Not like blowing our ears off so we can't hear our teammates, but
Something to bob your head
yeah,
to.
get some tunes out there, right? And then really sort of changing the vibe of curling a little bit. We'll keep the traditional stuff of curling, but things like that where we can engage some younger players into the game, I think that's a positive. So that'd be one I would look at. The other one, I think that the only knock on mixed doubles, or one of the knocks, is that it's kind of the same. Every end, it's always that freeze to start, and so I think that I've heard there's some momentum to get 2 power plays going. So where you have one power play in the first 4 and one power play in the next 4, and I think that'd be kind of cool.
It'd start something off a little different.
Yeah, and you'd see some more higher scoring games, even though they're already pretty.
Well, it just changes the strategy. Like it eliminates the kind of. It's not a boring game at all, but your first shot, you know what it is all the time.
Yeah, it makes you think more.
When there's a power play, then we have a conversation about what the first shot is. Like you can
Do
play
you
the corner
push?
guard
Do you
tick, you
freeze?
can throw a center guard, you can freeze, you can just throw to the middle. Like there's a number of different options where there is no option in a non-power play end. Like you throw the same shot all the time. So I agree. I've heard the same thing, and I think that. I don't think more power plays would hurt the game at all because it opens up a lot of different. It brings some strategy in where there's not really strategy now for the first shot or 2.
Thanks for your answers.
I think that's about it, though. I don't know what else. I think it's
No,
other than that, it's pretty good.
I
isn't it?
agree. I think overall they're really close. I think addition of the power play was a big one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that was good. But then beyond that, I think they're real close to having it be what it needs to be.
What kind of tunes do you want out there?
You want some AC/DC or?
Well, that's a good question.
Dance music or
I want the
more
playlist you had. I
rockin'
want your
music,
cabin
or-
playlist from
Oh,
last
we
night.
had a good playlist.
Johnny had a good playlist last night.
Yeah, we got Al Hackner's our coach, so I got a cottage playlist. When I go to my cottage, I listen to these tunes, and they include. I give you my top 5 cottage playlist artists. All right, CCR,
Okay.
Yeah.
Tom Petty,
Okay.
the Eagles. Who else was in that? Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac, yeah.
And here's a good one.
Some
What was that?
Traveling
Traveling
Wilburys.
Wilburys. Can you guys name the band members of the Traveling Wilburys? This is the little curling mixed doubles trivia right now, all right?
Craig's got it right.
Roy
these guys are-
Orbison.
Yeah. There you
Tom
go.
Petty.
Yeah, there's 2. 2 out of 5.
I can't come up with the other ones off the top of my head. I with some time, I'd probably be able to get 1 more, maybe 2 more, but not all of them.
It's a great setup.
You know Chelsea?
I'm sure I do, but I can't. I'm drawing a blank right now.
Tom
I
Petty,
definitely
Roy
do.
Orbison, Eric Clapton.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
There's one more real guy from the
Yeah, the fifth one's not as
From the
well
Beatles.
known.
Like George Harrison.
George Harrison, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's one guy who's like Jeff something that was he was like always their favorite groupie they had around.
Yeah, like he's not as, but those four are obviously iconic.
But it would sort of be like, if you're
Jam tunes.
If you're in Wisconsin at the Madtown Throwdown and you're in a bit of a country territory,
yeah,
maybe you rock some country music out there. Where if you're in Europe and they like their techno over in Europe.
Do a little Watermelon Crawl or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can pick based so we were in Manitoba for trials. Like you pick so classic rock is a big thing in Winnipeg. But if you're in Alberta, then you probably play some country because people like country. Yeah. Like you can kind of look at your demographic wherever you're located and make the music kind of match it.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. So.
And honestly, in an arena, like I didn't even know until someone told me that music was playing during our doubles games at trials. I had no idea.
Were you just that in the zone, or?
Well, no, I don't think that was it. But
yeah, she wears earplugs.
Oh yeah, the whole time.
Well, I got to listen to Haji, so obviously I got to have earplugs.
I don't blame you. Yeah, what's it like playing together this weekend? I know both of your teammates are a little busy.
It's been really good. It was like you kind of come in not knowing what to expect, but I feel like we're on the same page most of the time, and we kind of got it figured out. And the communication about draw weight, that's often the biggest thing is how you talk about draw weight. But that's been really natural because we both kind of think about it the same way, like what speed is this path, and then talk about it in feet versus like times, which has been good. So yeah, no, it's been awesome. I like I said, when I came in, I wasn't really sure what to expect, but we've had a pretty easy time kind of figuring each other out, I think.
Well, I told you, I sort of joked with Chelsea coming in because I haven't played a game since the Olympics.
You haven't played yet?
I haven't played one game since. So I told
Chelsea.
It's
overrated.
I said, Chelsea, if you can, you got to carry us through the first 3 or 4 games. Get us to the semifinal, then I'll have my legs back. So she's been doing good. She's been our leader so far.
And I just came off something like 15 games in 10 days in the last little bit. So I was like, yeah, I've got this. I'm actually very prepared for that. So it worked out pretty good.
So what are you planning to play 6 games next weekend, or are you going to play 13?
Well, hopefully it's a slam, so it should be a little slower pace. But then I got a doubles event after that, so then that could be another, 12 games in 3 days or something awful.
How's the season going so far, Chelsea?
A little slow start. It's a new team, so you're kind of figuring it out. Plus, we have a spare, so our lead, Rochelle Brown, just had a baby, so she hasn't been with us. Also, she's been with us. We get messages from her all the time when she's watching. She's more in tune with what we're doing than we are most of the time, but she hasn't played with us yet. So so Heather Rogers has been filling in, and she's been great, but a little early, kind of figuring it out stuff, and then felt like we found our groove a little bit in Portage 3 weeks ago, and then semifinal at the Slam last week. So we're getting there. We're starting to figure it out, and that's, almost every team has changed some players. So most of us are in that kind of situation to some degree, with the exception of Anna Hasselberg and Rachel, and Jen only changed one player, and so there's a few that are a little more familiar. But yeah, we're getting there. It's been good. We're happy with where we are right now.
Good.
All right.
Well, then you got your title. What is that, Canada Inn?
Yeah, we won, so that, and that's also a Champions Cup berth, so that was big for us because
that was huge, and it was beating Einerson over it.
Yes, well, and if you read any news or listen to any media outlet, they'll talk to you about how bad I've been against Carrie Einerson for the last 3 or 4 years. So.
Well, the tail of the tape isn't in your favor.
Yeah, exactly. So that's fair enough. But so yeah, it was good. That was a big win for us, and they were on a heater coming in.
Yeah, 4 events in a row.
Yeah, and they were the hottest team on
nuts.
tour by a mile. So to come into the final and be able to pull that one off was big for us. But just a solid performance there was more the important part. But yeah, that was winning that final was the bonus for sure.
Oh yeah.
Great. I like Portage. Nice club.
Portage is awesome.
Good event.
Not Wisconsin. Portage the Prairie.
I like Portage, Wisconsin.
Portage,
also.
Wisconsin's a good one.
I didn't know there was a Portage.
There is. It's just Portage.
It's just Portage.
It's
not Portage. Well,
Prairie.
yeah, I'd imagine the French doesn't sneak in there in Wisconsin as much as it does in Canada.
No.
Well, there is lacrosse.
There is
and
lacrosse.
Trempealeau.
That's true. And Trempealeau. Yeah. Trempealeau seems very
yeah, it's very French. They have a bunch of letters that you don't pronounce.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So who is on the new team? And can you tell me all of the players?
I can tell you all. I hope I can tell you all the players.
Not to put
That'd
you
be
on the
pretty
spot.
sad if you couldn't.
So our
Just fake microphone problems if you can't remember. Oh, okay.
like went through a tunnel. Our lead is Rochelle Brown. Will be when she gets back. Heather Rogers has been filling in for us most of the season. In Portage, actually, we had Brianne Knapp, nee Megan, who came and spared for us for that, so that was good. Our second is Dana Ferguson, but she's also in the house with me, so she's throwing second rocks, but she's playing vice in a number of ways. And Sarah Wilkes is our third, so she's throwing third rocks and sweeping.
Okay. Playing out of?
That depends who you ask. I still live in Calgary. They're all in Edmonton, so
Okay.
we're split. But Alberta, Alberta is a guarantee. City
Definitely
is a little,
Alberta.
Yeah, city's a little trickier.
I'm just trying to let you, give a shout out to your club.
Yeah, so I'm out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary, and they play at the Saville Community Sports Center in Edmonton.
Okay.
Beautiful center.
It is. They both are.
Oh, yeah.
The Glencoe's amazing. The Saville's awesome. Like we're all super spoiled and lucky to play where we play.
All right, quick update on the sheet since we're not talking about curling, what's actually happening.
I don't even know what's going on.
Team Roth is over Zechariah. They're not over them. They're tied. They're tied after 4. At the Madtown Double Down, brought to you by Line and Kugels, Wisconsin Northwoods Beer.
In other B final action, Dropkin Anderson just got a 3 on the Hamiltons to take a 4-3 lead after 4. And
Craig Deeran's throwing weight.
Craig Deeran's throwing heat.
Moved on.
He's playing with Kaylin Park against Catelyn Schneider and Shannon Burchard. And Burchard are winning 5-1 through 3. And they have pretty good control of that game right now.
What do we got on Persinger and Stolt on 5?
Persinger and Plies are taken to the Stoltz right now, 5-1 after 3. And there's another game with Baton and Sinclair against McLean and is that an Anderson?
That is an Anderson. That's a Taylor Anderson.
An Anderson.
It's one of the Andersons.
I'm sorry. English language.
No, if she's not playing with Corey, then it's not Sarah, basically, is how that works.
Yep.
That's how I know it, too.
Yeah.
Or I heard one of them has a shaved back head.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Sarah.
Sarah
Yep.
does, yeah.
That's another way to tell.
Yeah, over on 2 we got Good versus Schmoose. Like Moose.
Schmoose is an excellent name.
It's a fantastic name.
Is that a B final on 6 too? Shannon, Burchard, and Schneider. That's a B final.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
All right, we got lots of action out here.
Yeah, Burchard is up 5-1 on that one. They're coming down on last rock, I believe. Or is Park got last? Yeah, Park has last rock.
So I have an idea about the rules of mixed doubles, and
Let's hear it, Craig.
maybe I should just be quiet because I've played 5 games in my life.
That's more than.
But I think that because, like you said, everything is always in the forefoot. Every end it's the same, except for when there's a power play. I think that a little change would be the forced corner guard, forced center guard every end. And then don't put a rock in the house automatically.
Just the guards?
And then make it 6 stones. Your teams throw 6 stones apiece.
So how would if you're throwing 6 stones, like 3 and 3, or
Yeah.
so
3 and 3
3 and 3, and then no stones in the house, 1 corner guard, 1 center guard.
every end.
That would be interesting.
And you could probably still have, about like a 5 rock rule essentially could kind of be just implemented into it.
Okay.
I like the idea of the 2 guards. I'm into that because then it gives you an option to not have everything to the middle. To your point. So I'm not like I'm on the fence about 5 or 6 rocks. I'm not sure I have a strong opinion on that either way. But I do really like the idea of 2 guards instead of the 2 rocks in the house. But then you have to figure out a different option for the power play because the power play goes away if you do that. But maybe you don't need a power play if you have.
Maybe you don't need one. I think that part of the reason I think that you jack up the number of stones from 5 to 6 is because you don't have that one in the forefoot that's going to be guaranteed freezes to accumulate all these rocks. So if you have the extra rock for each team, then I think you're still going to have lots of high-scoring games.
It also takes away, there's some merit to having both players throw the same number of rocks. So it takes away any issue about one person throwing 2 and one throwing 3.
Yeah, the only thing I don't love about that is that you have one person throwing the first 3 and the second one throwing the second. I think you almost want to rotate.
Do it 3 and 3. Yeah, you could
still have a rotation.
2, 2, 1, 1 or something. Like you could pick a different. Like it doesn't have to be the same. I think you have to dictate who throws which rocks, but I don't think it should be 3 first and then 3 second.
Yeah.
Or if it was 3 first and 3 second, I think you would have to switch at every end.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, okay.
But you could come up with the rule. I agree with you. I don't think if you threw it 3 and 3 in the same order all the time, I don't like that.
Correct.
But I think you could do it either alternating or like in 2s or switch at every end or whatever. Like there's a number of different options that would make it kind of interesting.
So we could coin that the Craig Brown.
Sure.
The Craig Brown mixed doubles rule.
If you want.
Hey, we're still testing it out. It's still a new game.
And I'm fine with music too. CCR. I'm
a big fan of CCR.
Yeah.
Who's not a big
Who
fan
doesn't
of
want
CCR?
to? Who doesn't want to hear a little Bad Moon Rising out there when
Seriously,
you're curling?
come
So
on.
good.
It's the best.
There's nothing like some classic rock jam tunes.
Exactly.
So I know where CCR is from. Does anybody else know where CCR is actually from?
Bayou, down on the bayou.
Born on the bayou.
Born on the bayou. That's what I guess.
I'm gonna say
Louisiana.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So I think
think
that
they're
the bayou is what they're trying to sell you, and they're actually from Berkeley, California.
Really?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
they're
I was-
about as far away from the bayou as you could actually
I was
be.
pretty sure they weren't from the bayou, but
But
that
that's,
has to be your answer if you don't actually know the place.
Yeah, that's what they're pushing. But
It's their brand.
I dig it.
But yeah, I'm not arguing. I love it.
Oh shit. Oh,
So Nina is sitting.
2.
Yeah, no, they're
3.
sitting 3 right now.
One of them.
And this is coming. This is going to be the last stone in the 5th end here at the Madison Double Down. Was it B final?
B final.
B qualification final.
And yellow's got last rock, right?
Yellow has last rock. So
What's their shot?
what does Zechariah got to get one? They don't have a shot. I don't
I don't think you
I
can
think
score.
he's giving
I
up
think
one. If they're lucky, they'll give up
you're
one.
giving
Yeah.
up. Yeah, I think
Just
you're
give
giving
him
up
one.
2 unless you make a beauty.
So that's the one thing I also find about mixed doubles. You got to take your medicine sometimes.
Oh yeah.
More so than like a 4-person curling. Sometimes you just gotta. Okay, we had a bad end. Like one end, two games ago, we went 0 for 6, 0 for 5. Oh, it was not good.
It was bad.
Yeah, that was a rough game earlier. There's a lot of over curling going on.
So, but you know what? You just gotta stay in the game so you have a chance, right? So.
That's the thing, is one miss changes.
Everything. Yeah, that's the biggest difference I think is like because the ends are so short, you only throw 5 rocks.
That you can get 5 or you get 1.
Yeah, it goes from looking like you're getting 3 to we looked like we were giving up 4 to Vicky and Chris plays, and then we forced them because they
That's a
made
miracle.
John made a triple, and then Chris's draw came a little deep, and then I made a freeze, and they had to draw for 1. Like it went from a guaranteed multiple point end, likely a 3 or a 4, to a 4 in 2 shots. But the ends are so short that's how it works.
So maybe it's just because Plies is terrible.
That it could be that. Yeah, it could be that too.
Is that a B final applies in the Stoltz?
No, that's a C
That's a
semi.
C. That's a C semi.
Okay.
Somebody's going home. Well, or going to the
Hátsó kövön, ha
bar.
megáll, akkor az lesz a sor. Olyan erő kell, hogy azért
So can you guys translate what they're saying in Hungarian to me? Who's our translator?
Ich sprechen Sie.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Yeah.
There-
So no.
No.
Did you guys even put mics on them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got them right here. We've just been talking the entire time, so we haven't used them.
Mozon találod, akkor pont jobb vagy.
Are they a couple from
Tetszik?
Hungary?
I don't know. I did 0 background research on this.
Oh, I was wondering that. I'm like, because there's a lot of couples in this game, you know.
There is, which is a bold move.
Hey,
15 centiket.
I
you
don't know,
had
I
a
don't know.
baby, John. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Tudod felét egy picit.
nothing to do with couples. I just remembered the congratulations,
Yeah,
Dad.
thanks. It's been we had a baby Jack right about a month after the Olympics.
All right.
One of my favorite parts of my life so far was having a baby.
That's great.
So.
All right, last rock of this end coming down by Zacharias.
I think she's gonna be happy with this.
Yeah,
one.
no, yeah,
One, that's
just a
not
steal
bad.
one. No, that's a good give. That's a good give. So after 5, we got Zacharias up 3-2 over Roth. Brought to you by Line and Kugels and Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. Zacharias brought to you by Floors for Less. Roth brought to you by Village Smile Care. Because, man, Crow's smile's looking good, isn't it?
Yes.
It's shiny, just like his head.
Yeah, it is shiny.
Yeah.
Nina's got a great smile.
Nina's got a fantastic smile.
Yeah.
Also brought to you by VoIP Defender, voice over IP, consulting stuff.
Did you mention Line and Kugels?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Because they're going to make... I got to go to a concert later, and Line and Kugels is going to make it much more enjoyable.
What's the concert?
Ghost.
It's like Swedish death metal.
No, it's just Swedish metal.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't. Whatever, man.
Maybe whatever floats your boat, eh?
Yeah, well, the concert I went to last weekend was a lot more weird.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Gwar.
I think I've heard of them. before.
Yeah, they spray fake blood all over the...
Oh.
Oh, we got a power play. You know what that means, Craig? Power play. Power play.
But does that mean we got to take a shot of a fireball?
Yeah, we probably should.
All right, we need a shot of fireball,
Yeah.
Chelsea. It's a power play.
Yeah. You got... Where's
Let
the
me,
fireball?
I think we should do the first ever broom fireball shot on the booth.
Shotski in the
Yeah,
booth.
we need a shot ski.
We need a shot ski.
All right, we got... Thanks, Seth.
Keep it away from me here.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a shot ski coming along.
All right.
Well, it's going to be a broom ski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a better thing to call it, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I've never tried that Line and Kugels until I came here this weekend.
Yeah, you can't get it up there.
Whoa, is that a nice, refreshing beverage?
So good.
Eh?
Which
So good.
Which one do you like the most?
Well, it's a toss-up between the original and the light. But then, you know, if you're
There's
really,
the Oktoberfest and then there's the Honey Vice.
I like the Oktoberfest. So
That Oktoberfest
John's
is great.
between original and light. I like the Oktoberfest.
I'm a bit of a lightweight.
Well, you got kids now, so you gotta hold back a little bit.
Dad life.
Yeah.
Dad, like I'm a dad. I like the Oktoberfest.
Okay.
I'm
Brown,
just saying.
Brown
you
here,
know.
like you're.
I'm a little older
I like
than
your speed there.
a little older than John, though. I'm a little tougher, maybe.
I'm younger than him, so I don't know what that means.
Guys, I haven't played on tour in like 6 months, so I'm not ready for the high octane.
Your
beers.
your first game since February when you got to Madison. So
True.
We're just gonna just shoot. Can't get the broom right now.
straight shots will work without the broom.
Or we're gonna have to do some more in a little bit. Hey, you guys don't play till tomorrow, so.
It's true.
Chelsea, did you go to the football game as well?
I did.
Did you enjoy
What'd
it?
you think?
It was awesome. It was so awesome. I've never been to an American football game. So, like, NFL games are on my bucket list, and so this just worked out perfect, where I was like, John's like, oh, we're probably going to get there for half of it. Do you want? I was like, I want to go. Like, I'm so in, and it was everything I wanted it to be. It was so much fun.
Did you get some beers on the way in?
Yeah, we stopped at a tailgate thing,
Yeah.
and we had some beers there, and then I mean, obviously, once you get in there, isn't that, but it was an absolute blast. It was so cool, and it didn't hurt that the Badgers were winning by a long shot, so that was good.
Oh yeah, especially because they've had a little bit of trouble lately.
Yeah, they were. It was full dominant performance, but it was really fun.
All right, guys.
Oh boy.
Matt Hamilton's beautiful wife has brought us the broom ski. Thanks, honey. So, hey, it's not real curling commentary until you're doing a fireball out of a curling broom, right, guys?
Is somebody filming that? Somebody needs to be filming that.
Oh yeah, no, it's on.
Okay,
It's
good.
on live. John, you might have to move a little bit.
All right, guys.
It's not fitting.
No, it's not.
All right, are we ready?
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it tastes so good once it hits your lips, eh?
Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah.
Spin it.
Ooh.
So that I'm glad you got to go and see 80,000 people at a game.
Did you guys get to
kind of a fun atmosphere?
Did you get to jump around?
They did. They played jump around when we were there. John missed it. He was doing a tour of the stadium.
Oh, jeez. Did you jump around though?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. It's honestly exhausting to jump for 2.5 minutes. But you can feel the stadium move.
Well, and we were opposite the student section, so it was super fun to watch that because they were loving it.
The only thing I was kind of surprised about was that they don't serve beer at the game.
It's you can't serve beer at any stadium on campus.
Really?
In any, except for up in the suites.
I was surprised
the
by that as
corporate
well.
suites, but I think it's an NCAA rule.
Yep.
That no on-campus stadiums are allowed to sell alcohol.
It makes some sense. We didn't expect it.
I drank way too much soda pop.
Too many sodas.
Oh yeah, it's Madison. It's pop or soda here, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's pop.
We had a ticket for a free beer or soda. I was like, soda is club soda to me. Like Canadians don't say soda unless it's literally club soda.
Well,
we all make our mistakes, I guess.
We also don't have tacos. Yeah, Taco Bell and pasta, but I mean, we accept you in here, so.
So what would you do right now? Over on 4.
I'd start paying attention.
I think that
Hungary's got hammer.
And I think what you have to do here is dislodge that back frozen one because that one's really hindering your chances of getting a multiple points. So you got to throw some weight at this. And what you can actually do is if you hit it about 3/4 on the low side of that first red rock.
The top one, the one right above the tee.
You betcha.
Yeah.
And I think you could dislodge that back red, and if you can throw it hard enough, then you might be able to light too.
I think George can throw it hard enough.
Yeah? I don't know if George, that's the Hungarian guy's name?
Yep. Naj.
Naj, okay. Well, here comes the Hungarian heat.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
It's a curl. It's close. Oh, they just kind of not bad, but they
good movement. Good movement.
Just needed to get on that a bit earlier.
Sweep it any sooner. It's so good.
They could have been.
And they would have been set up for like a 3.
Yeah.
Easily.
You had to kill that back one. It was just that overcurled an inch probably, but it looks way worse than it was. It was closer than the result would show, but didn't work out very well.
So who's shooting now, Croy or Nina?
No, Croy's got his.
Croy's in the hack.
I think this is Croy's last
So
rock.
if he makes a nice freeze here, it pretty much eliminates the Hungarian chances of getting multiple points.
That's a poor power play, as we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheap
Power play.
Doesn't even have to be perfect. As long as you're second, you're in pretty good shape here. I think you're Croy.
What do you think about playing like a hack weight hit at it instead?
How much can you see? I don't have.
I think you got at least half of it.
I like it if you can play it because you're also third shot on the side here, right? So I don't mind because the freeze has to be pretty good.
It looks like it's going to be pretty good though.
Is he second shot?
Just
yes. That's
a really good spot.
That's the multiple point eliminator. That's that shot right there. So if whoever loses this game, they fall to a C qualifier. Is that what happens?
Well, they definitely fall in the C bracket. I don't have any idea.
Okay.
Somebody would have to do some actual research and look at the draw.
Yeah, thanks for the
answer
we
that
probably could have guessed that
question.
they fell into C, but thanks for that.
You're welcome. I think it goes right to a C final.
All right.
We're getting head nods over here because I don't know. We're not researching as much as we should be if we were getting paid.
Good thing we're not getting paid.
Volunteer life right there.
We were having some cheese conversation earlier, and then someone said that we should focus on the game, but I'm pretty sure cheese is
Well,
everlasting, and the game only lasts an hour and a half.
We're in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
How do you not have a cheese conversation?
Yeah.
The
If you
cheese
make a
right
grilled cheese right now, what cheese are you using?
Well, I was gonna ask you guys that. What is the like? I know Wisconsin's known for its cheese, but what is the best cheese in Wisconsin?
For what? There's
Well-
so many options.
I guess
Purposes.
grilled cheese would be one. What
Uh,
about grilled cheese?
I'm a huge Munster fan because you
Yeah.
get so much flavor out of it, but it melts just like a white, so you get to cook with it as well.
Okay.
Oh,
Munster, eh?
You
yeah.
just like in half a sentence, you just spewed more cheese knowledge than I've had in my whole life. Just saying.
Yeah, I feel bad for you.
We're not really known for a cheese in
No,
Canada.
it's not really a
No,
thing.
but you do got some good bird of beef up there.
We do.
Oh, the
and
beef is ridiculous. Yeah.
and we
Yeah,
got
it's
good cheese curds in
fantastic.
Quebec. That's about it. We got one place that has cheese. And cheese
Yeah.
curds.
Cheese curds and poutine, and so then that's it. And like, I love cheese curds because I love poutine. It's awesome. But
Who
in
doesn't?
Wisconsin, they just deep fry the cheese curds, which I feel like we're missing an entire market in Canada by not
Yeah.
deep frying our cheese curds.
It's something special when it's done right.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
All right, we got Croy throwing his last rock.
It's got that same freeze. We'll
Wait,
see
should
if
be
he can
more.
make two in a row here.
Wait, should be more.
He better make it this time, because that last shot by the Hungarian team was quite good.
That was a really good shot.
Go.
Over curling.
Over curling.
Yeah, losing the
Shot
angle.
for three. Two, sorry.
Two. Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh my God, she's got a little John Morrison in her there.
What?
Talking about the trucks.
Son of trucks.
Yeah.
She been here
Run
for-
with truck.
Yeah, over at the truck food truck.
Pretty popular.
Yeah.
Huh.
A lot of good food trucks here in Wisconsin.
Gotta check
Oh,
them
there
out when
is.
you're in Madison.
Okay.
The local favorites are in trouble here on sheet 3. The Hamiltons need to have a good last couple ends against Corey and Sarah.
Yeah, they're down 6-4 after 6 without the hammer.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
Yeah. Need some steals going on.
And
right
it looks like Corey, they've used the power play here, so.
Power play. Power play.
Yeah, over on sheet 1 right now between Sinclair and was that Taylor Anderson?
Sean Baton and
Jamie Sinclair up 2-1 right now after 3. Important rock here.
Láttam az arckifejezést, de
Igen, mert ez volt a jege.
over on sheet 6,
Fehér felének a feje.
Park is getting clobbered by Burchard
It's only 5 points.
in a B final.
It's only 5.
It's only 5. After 5. 8-3. After 5.
You guys know the history, though, with Park, right?
Oh, that she didn't show up to the House of Hearts even though she promised?
No, she's supposed to have a partner that bailed on her like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, and that's why we got the beauty Craig Deeren
Craig Deeren.
filling in.
Deeren? What's Craig Deeren's history?
Craig Deeren is he's been playing down on this side of Wisconsin for a long time now. Made many men's nationals, a couple junior nationals.
So he's-
Never quite reached that peak yet, though.
maybe this is the weekend.
Maybe. He's,
Some would
yeah.
say he already peaked, but
Well,
actually, like he throws heaters and perfect draws. But in that first game, he was throwing finesse shots that I've never seen him throw before. it was weird.
Nem jó, nem jó, nem jó, nem jó.
Oh, she looks like she's a little wide here.
I think that means she doesn't like it. I don't
I'm
know.
going to translate
It
that.
sounded bad. But
A little bit heavy. It looks like a lot of weight, but
Oh, she's happy now.
it's close.
She's happy now.
wow. Well done there, Zarek. How do you pronounce that?
Zekaras.
Zekaras.
Zakaras. You have to emphasize the first part.
Not the last part?
Yeah.
élesebbet dobtál, mint kell, és látszol, így lett jó.
Jó, de csak így elengedtem.
That was a nice shot.
Nagyon szívesen jöttem.
I think I don't know if enough people know how big mixed doubles is in Europe. Like,
In the world,
it's
the rest
huge.
of the rest of
Every
like North
weekend
America was
there's-
real slow on the uptake, but it's massive.
Yeah, if you look on Curling Zone, there's a mixed doubles tournament in Europe
all
every
the
week.
time. Yeah.
They just did what, Talon 2 weeks ago?
well,
Yeah.
they've been
Yeah.
going every week. This is the Hungarian team. Every weekend in Europe there's an event. So it's, if they got some sponsorship for their events over there, I think that there'd be more North American teams trying it out.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the thing is this in this next couple of years you're going to see this on TV. You're going to start seeing it on more streams instead of our awesome cast that we have going on here.
No, they're gonna be like, hey.
Yeah, hey.
They're gonna be recruiting you guys.
Yeah.
This is your start.
We're gonna get on HBO though, so we can swear.
Yeah.
That'll be helpful.
Curlingnetwork.com is going to be all over the place soon.
Yeah.
More so for the players than for you guys, but if the players could swear, that would take away a lot of fines.
Yeah. We all know how league goes.
They're playing the freeze here. This is a very aggressive call. And it's not working out.
Light too.
And when you're going away from the glass, that right side of the sheet dives way more than the left side.
I think that
is
was
this a hit for 3 right here, guys?
That was the last truck.
Really?
Apparently, Hungary scored last end, and we all missed it.
No, they just didn't hang it. I talked about it.
She
Well, made that
might have
little
got
run.
there for one. I'm gonna measure this probably.
We got it on the cast.
She made that little run, and I thought that she still gave up a steal.
Yeah, they did get a steal.
Then what'd they do? They switch order of who was throwing?
Apparently they didn't give up a steal.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Matt Hamilton, he wears that green towel in the back pocket.
Yeah.
What does he use that for?
Okay, so
Stocking cap.
yeah, it's a curling rock
Toque,
stocking cap.
as you Canadians call it. Toque.
Toque, like you're wearing right now, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a toque.
It doesn't
Yeah,
have a
toque on.
fuzzy ball on the top, though.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
Oh, his doesn't. No, it's a rock handle.
The year of the brooms, everybody had those. Like the 2016, everybody wore them. Yeah, everybody had them because you were like so fresh heads and whatever, and you were like picking up a lot of stuff on your broom because it had the sharp, like the carving. If you go back to 2016, you'll see, like I know. So I played doubles with Colin Hodgson. He wore one every game. Derek Samigalski wore one every game. Like anybody sweeping with hardline broom, the year of the brooms had one of those in their back pocket.
And then just to clean the broom off?
Yeah, because it was a sharp broom head, you were picking up more stuff in it. So
They were so wet from all the...
Well, if you
so wet.
So you know at the World Championships they were doing the ride with the taxi with the interviews. He says that he's wearing that in the back pocket because he would wear it every once in a while, and Derek Brown hated it.
It's true.
I 100% believe that.
He hated it. So what he does is every time he wears it in his back pocket for a couple months after that. And then it's just become superstition since then.
Yeah, and I don't, like, he's the only one still wearing it. But if you looked back at footage from 2 years ago, everybody was. So
Oh, yeah.
There was originally a reason for it, and I absolutely believe that's the reason he's still wearing it.
Oh, yeah. No, he's a petty fellow.
Yeah.
So if we lost today, we would have been playing the Hamiltons.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been fun.
I know. I thought that too.
I like the Hamiltons. I think they're beauties.
So, Craig, did Sheet 2 start late? Or were they just having some conversation?
They did start a little bit late. I don't know.
I don't think they started that late,
I don't know how
though.
much late, but I definitely know that 3 and 4 got going before any of the other sheets.
We've
Okay.
heard a decent amount of conversation, though, about some slow play
Yeah.
over on 2. And
There has been some issues with pace.
well, it's like doubles move so fast if you don't have time. Like I find it stressful when you are on a time clock because it moves so quickly. And we were talking about that, about like when I'm going to sweep John's rocks, when I'm going to whatever. And it's not that bad here because we don't need to pre-decide. But in a game where you're timed, you have to know that before. Like I can't be standing down there and then he says, "Come sweep this," because it takes too long.
Would it be a courtesy thing at this point, just because there is no time clock?
Well, I think that the problem is that a lot of the teams here haven't ever been on a time clock, so they don't know necessarily that it has to move as quick as it should. But yeah, it's been.
Actually, I'm going to say that most of them have been on time clocks before, and they are choosing to ignore that fact.
Yeah,
they
gotta bring you might even have to bring the buzzer system in.
Yeah, well, but then that penalizes both teams is a problem. But you need to do something because we're getting backed up here when we don't need to be because these games should move fairly quickly. But there's some teams taking some pretty big liberties with the time clock.
Oh, it was still a 1.
Yeah, so on our feature sheet, the Hungarian team got their 1.
Sakaras.
Nagy.
Yeah, Nagy.
Nagy.
Yeah, Nagy.
I think Nagy.
Naj.
It's the Y is silent.
Naj.
They stole their one though, did they not?
They stole.
They stole
yes.
it?
Yeah.
So they're up 4-2 over Roth. Going into the 7th end at the Madtown Double Down, brought to you by Line and Kugels, Wisconsin Northwoods Beer. Fireball.
Cinnamon whiskey.
Cinnamon whiskey.
We can't do another one yet, guys.
And VoIP.
I mean, we can.
VoIP. VoIP defender.
You don't know how good I am at drinking.
Yeah, you don't know how good anyone in Wisconsin is at drinking.
I heard
Chelsea's seen it.
I've seen
She's
it.
seen it.
I know. I've experienced it firsthand. I'm telling you, they're the best drinkers I have ever seen.
Can you say that one more time?
Wisconsin people are the best drinkers I have ever seen.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind. Brought to you by VoIP Defender. Also, got any free massages inside the curling club tonight by Peaceful Warrior Massage Therapy. Wow. They've been fantastic.
New steaks and massages at the club tonight.
I had 15 minutes on there, and she just told me that I was a mess, which is true. My back is garbage.
How did she know about your
were
personality?
You talking? Yeah, were
my
you talking
yeah.
to her?
Yep.
So if you play it now, he plays the freeze.
Sorry about that.
It's sitting right on the center line, and they're playing the freeze. We go like right here. I'm not sure what he does. The other option is to play the 2 with like hack weight and get to the inside of it. Just get rid of it.
That's my initial thought.
But then it's hard to get rid of the 7 because it's lined up.
Right. So, make a decision. You want to just go full 12 right in front of it?
I think so. Okay. I don't know what they're going to do.
Oh!
Yeah. I think that's what we hope they're going to do.
Based on the game we played against them, I'm going to say that there's probably not a sweeper out here that's working harder than Corey Dropkin this weekend.
Oh, no way.
I mean, and he gives her, but it's impressive. He got some rocks by in our game, in our 8 qualifier game that I thought were hitting half of the guard.
So after a big conversation,
We're ideally trying to freeze.
after a big conversation over on 4,
That's not lined up on that.
looks like they're setting to set up. What do you think Corey's throwing here?
I don't know. You were talking while he was talking, so I couldn't hear him.
Looks like a draw around. I'm hoping it's a draw around that one.
Guard, maybe?
I think we're a little light.
You can't throw a guard now.
No.
You gotta go top 4 foot, maybe around that one.
I know, it looks like a guard to me, weight wise.
Yeah, and it's curling.
Yeah, line! Yeah,
I
line!
guess you might be freezing on this one too. That wouldn't be bad.
Line's good!
Yeah, this is a pretty good shot.
Get it there! Go, 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 go! Get a piece!
The problem is that
Okay.
it's gonna be hard to get. It's so one of the biggest challenges in mixed doubles is you go from 8 shots to 5 shots. So it's really easy to, like I find that one of the common mistakes is you think you have more shots left than you do. So you have to always convince yourself. You know what? We only got a few more shots this end.
You play too many setup shots for too long because
Like
you think
that,
you have more time. Yeah,
That's a perfect example where they might have been, wanted to make sure that they don't give the other team a raise, but at the same time, you got to get more shot rocks in there, right?
And you're right. That is an adjustment because you think you think you can play setup shots for longer than you can because you're used to 8 rocks in an end, and then when you only have 5, you all of a sudden go, oh my god, it's our last rock. Like we don't have any more time to manipulate these rocks and make it turn into multiple points. So you have to bail a little sooner and you have to set up your 2 points a little sooner.
Yeah, 100%.
So are they going to throw the draw here and try to get it on the top of the 4 foot?
Looks like either that or the if he's how much of that red is he? He might tap this.
He's got 2/3 of
Yeah,
it.
about
or so.
2/3.
So
I'd say.
probably he might play this tap here, double tap.
It doesn't look like enough ice for the draw, so I'm thinking that's got to be a double tap, right? Because that was my draw to the button ice, and he's not getting around that, I don't think, with that ice.
And
No, especially on that half.
Right, it'll curl more on this intern than.
from my experience playing Europeans, they always take less ice. They take more ice than you think.
Yeah,
Than we would take.
softer
So,
releases, yeah.
so
Well, and you
obviously
don't have a sweeper to jump on it right away too.
It's true.
You got to take more.
Oh no, he just touched that guard. That's
So it was the double tap I think he was playing.
Yeah, definitely.
a huge difference. If that gets by, all of a sudden, Hungary's in the driving seat. Now the U.S. has a good chance here to get a deuce or a 3 back.
Yeah, momentum back here
So, peel.
in a pretty major way to Nina and Croy.
Well, it sounds
Hit
like
the back
they're,
of the 2 first.
they're doing a clearing.
No, he's trying to hit like he's trying to hit it thin
That red
and
rock?
double those top. Yeah,
Ooh.
double the top 2 yellows out.
Doesn't it go back onto their one on the back forefoot?
I think it does, yeah.
Same time, really.
If you just miss the top one and stuff it there, you might have a chance to get it by. But I think if you make this double, it's going straight back onto your Oshara.
Well, you got to hit the one on the center line first, or else you're gonna be bouncing sideways.
I don't think this might not work out very well.
Yeah,
for them here.
this is scary.
I think it's gonna go right through the hole if
Yeah.
they make it. I think it's gonna go right through the one in the back 4 and the 2 in the back 4-foot there.
Right through the hole?
That's gonna go right through the hole.
You want to bet a line and kugel on it?
I do want to bet a line and kugel on it, only
Alright.
because I played with Croy long enough that I don't think he would call this shot
With the eraser?
if it was gonna jam.
All right, we got a line and kugel on this one.
October.
He's got to hit it though.
In
first.
Oktoberfest. Oh, he's pushed.
He's missed it.
Well, I don't know that we can really
Darn it.
collect on that because
Can't-
we didn't
yeah.
get to find out.
We'll never know.
I think you both have to drink one.
Okay.
I would say, but
John?
Have to. Oh, they're so tortured. They have to drink one.
Ez betoljuk. Tessék?
So, do you still go after that draw, or do you try to get that in off out of the one on the back 4?
És ide jövünk elé.
It's a good question.
I think at this stage you play that in off. You only got 2 shots left, and
Arra figyelj, hogyha toljuk, nem tudjuk a sárgát úgy tolni,
I don't know what the draw really gets you. You don't really have.
That's the problem. Is that, yeah, the draw is my first. It's my gut instinct, but it actually doesn't help you very much. You can't put it in a great spot, I don't think.
Just because of that one in the top 8.
Yeah.
But I guess if he draws top 4 and it's half buried, that's a pretty good. The only thing is if he does that, they still have the hit and roll off that back 4-foot one to lie 2 buried.
Yeah, I
right?
think they still have some options. I don't.
So what is that? About 3 feet? Is it going to move that much sideways in those 3 feet?
That's what. This is exactly what I'm telling you. Is that if this was us, we'd be taking probably 6 inches less of ice.
Yeah, this is their like we're edge 8, like maybe an inch outside edge 8 for the shot because we just came off this sheet, and that's just how much more ice and that's just the difference in releases, right? That's
Well, not ice curls less. In Europe, you're only getting 2-3 feet of curl.
Right.
So you develop different releases that you have to.
But on this sheet right now, if you're throwing straight T, you're getting what, 3.5 feet?
yeah, like we'd be edge of 8 to the button.
Yeah.
On the outturn, on the intern would be a little less.
Yeah.
On 4, but it's.
Yeah, and as you can see right there, it ended right on the T line.
But it ticked
But-
the first one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, did it bounce off?
It would have been splitting the center line.
Yeah, at
that
least,
would've been.
if not across it a bit.
Even tapping and rolling. Yeah. Pretty good. Okay.
And that's just the difference, and you have to, and it's interesting because when you're playing and watching these people throw at you, you are trying to read off of their throws, but you also have to figure out whether you can or not. And so for John and I, who played on arena ice for basically the last decade, probably, we have an arena ice release that's going to run a lot straighter, and you have to decide pretty early on if you can read from the other team's release or not. And in this case, like if we were playing against this team from Hungary, they make a ton of shots, but I can't watch their release and think that I need that broom because I don't. Like I'm going to throw a way straighter rock on in-turn, out-turn, on anything than they are. And that there's nothing wrong with that either way. Nobody's right or wrong. It's just a matter of figuring it out.
So Croy's last stone here.
Close.
Or is this second?
Yep.
This is a big shot. This is a big. If you can lie 2 here, especially being down 2 playing 7.
Oh, she's biting.
I think it's his last.
He's trying to draw one right in there, get inside that yellow one. Ooh, it's a good shot. Good shot.
Oh, great shot.
Looks like
I think he's
sitting
2. What do you think, Craig? You
Yep.
got better eyes than me.
No, they're sitting 2. Two red right now.
Yeah. That's a big shot.
So what's the difference on rotations between a curling club and an arena?
Where I'm like between the hog lines, I'm 4-ish rotations, and that's not like if you watch Sarah Anderson throw, she has more than I do. So it depends.
Yeah, she
4
does.
between the hogs?
Between the hogs, yeah.
You have to have a couple different shots in your repertoire.
I have 3 releases. And
Yeah.
you have to have 3. You gotta You got a normal curling club with curl. Like, so this is more curl than we see in a curling club typically. So this is my middle release for me. You have a straight ice release, which we don't need here. You have a curling club with decent curl release, and then you have an arena release that's separate from that.
So you're hungry. They're sitting 2 right now. What are you throwing?
You don't have a lot of good. I would almost throw that slippery slim double where you want to hit about a quarter of that red rock.
I mean, they are up by 2.
Yeah.
It gives you a shot. Is this their last shot? No, they still got 2, right?
Well, if you just pick it, it doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. And if you can touch that back red one.
It's that. Yeah, I think it's that.
Well, that's really thin, though.
Intern freeze, but the intern freeze is, and that's a straight.
Yeah, this is Hungry's last shot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And red has a hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that changes what we just said. I think your options are the slice double, and if you pick one, then they get 2, and you're tied coming home, or the intern freeze. But the intern freeze, you open up the door to potentially a 3 if you don't put it in there.
The gutsy call.
If you throw that freeze though, and if you come up short, it's a pretty tough
off, right?
3. It should. I mean, they gotta throw. Then they would have to throw the out turn tap and not move anything around and not roll really.
Yeah, but they can make that.
They could make it.
There.
Yeah.
It's not a great situation for Hungary right now. This is almost unless they make a peach.
It looks like
it's
she's
a
throwing.
guaranteed deuce.
It looks like she's throwing the freeze.
Yeah.
If she makes the freeze though, she can finish this game off.
This is the turning point. This is the turning point of the game right here.
Oh, she's playing a hit of some sort.
All right, what color do they got?
Wild.
What in the world?
I think it was a run back attempt of some kind, but
She was maybe trying the
I
triple.
could see that. Yeah, it's the triple run.
Quadruple run.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty loaded.
I guess they would have got rid of that one on the top 4, so it would have forced them to 2.
So last rock of the 7th end coming up here from Roth.
straight draw for 3.
Yeah,
as long as they make it past the guards. There's been a lot of misjudgment on crashing on the guards.
I'd say this is about a 50-50 shot right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the challenge with this is that this is the straighter side of the sheet, but what we found is that as the game went on, it's starting to curl a little bit more. So then you're starting to guess a bit on how much it's going to curl. The out turn side curled the same kind of the whole game, maybe a little more, but you could predict it. This one's a little tougher. So and you're also guessing on speed a bit because if it curls more, then the weight will come off.
What do you think? Make or miss?
It seems good.
Would you bet a Liney Zoe on it?
I think
she's got it.
I like her chances, yeah.
Wait, it's close.
Stay close.
Shot a fireball on it.
That's what? That's curling. Curling way too much early, I think.
Curling a lot. It is really close.
It by the front one.
Can Croy bring it there? Count them up. 1,
what a
2, 3 for Red.
That was an absolute
That was a beauty.
beast of a sweep by Croy.
That was a Georgia peach if I've ever seen
It
one.
was great throw by Nina. That's a good solid. It's interesting mixed doubles. So we talk about team shots. There's only 2
That
of
was
you.
a team shot.
But it was the team shot. That was a really good throw and a really great sweep.
All right, end to 7 at the Madtown. Double down between Roth and Zekaras of Hungary. Roth up 5-4. Madtown double down brought to you by Line & Kugels, Northwoods Beer, Fireball, Cinnamon Whiskey, VoIP Defender, Floors for Less, and more Line & Kugels.
And the dental.
Yeah.
What's Angie Cody's dental?
Oh, Village Smile Care.
There you go.
Apparently, they do work on Derek Casper's teeth, and he says they're very nice to him.
She's a lovely woman.
Yeah, she's not. I mean, Derek Casper's not a nice person, and if they're nice to him,
if you can be nice to Derek,
yeah, you can be nice to anybody.
You can be nice to anybody. Power play.
So,
Yeah,
What do we have going on here?
Ooh, I didn't know they still had the power play
Yeah,
left.
so a really smart move here by Hungary is to have it, and that's what.
Power play. Going on sheet 4.
It's a very smart move though, and we actually had our power play left earlier on this sheet, and we stole one in 7, and you almost don't want to, because you want to be able to use your power play coming home. So this is advantage power play right here, I think.
Advantage Hungary right now.
Yeah, for sure, because it's a smart move to save it, and then they got to use it.
Yeah, it would have really been love and life if they would have been able to hold them to 2 last end.
Yeah, exactly. Still pretty good though. Your chances of getting deuce on a power play are pretty good typically.
You guys like this call? Tapping that back, or?
Well, it's interesting that they went top house, so I think you either come around that corner guard or the tap is a pretty decent shot. I think the tap, the big thing with the tap is if you can play it with the weight, like back ring. When we played Corey and Sarah earlier, Sarah made a fantastic shot where it was a similar situation like this, and she rolled her shooter right behind that corner guard and left ours still in the house. So
I think because they only need 2. If you were 2 down, then I like coming around the guard. But being 1 down, I think I like the tap, because as long as you move that rock anywhere and stick your shooter anywhere, you don't have to make a perfect roll. You don't need to. She did because they were 3 down. But I quite like this.
it's heavy though. She's got
Oh, yeah,
a
you
little bit
can't.
aggressive here.
You can't ever punch this through the house or you're in big trouble.
That's through the house.
It looks like him.
No, that changes things up.
And that's the wrong side miss. You can miss that light and over curl it and just throw a straight draw. You don't hurt yourself. Like if you just touch it, you can be anywhere light of that, but you can't be heavy, because then
Now do we do
everything
this?
goes
Kill
back
this
and you
one?
basically wasted a shot.
Or do we throw the guard? Kill this one?
I think that's probably the shot. I think that's probably the shot.
Yeah.
Guard's really good too, though.
Yeah.
Since we're count, I don't mind the guard.
Okay.
Maybe like.
I like either. Whichever one you want to make.
Did Croy and Nina play together last year, or is this their first time playing together?
No, they've played together the last couple of years. They lost the
I feel like I have a really
final
hard time getting to them.
to go to the Worlds 2 years ago.
Okay.
And last year they made the playoffs at the Olympic trials and lost, I believe, in the 3-4 game.
Looks like he might be throwing the freeze.
Playing the come round.
And a little bit.
Yep. Weight seems nice.
That's a good Leinenkugels Oktoberfest. Thank you, Ty.
The Oktoberfest is pretty damn good.
It is really good.
That's a nice looking freeze right there. That's a game winner.
I'm
That
not
is
sure you could
perfect.
carry that down and put it in
Yeah,
a better spot.
you could not.
Sometimes you're gonna have game winners early in the end, and I would call that a early end game winner.
Absolutely.
Right there.
You could literally not walk that down there and put it in a better spot than that. That's that. Agreed.
As a professional welder, that thing's just welded right on there.
Yeah. My dad, it's funny you say that. My dad's team back in the day used to talk about welding papers if you made a perfect freeze. Like if you just glued it to it and didn't bump it and weren't short of it and you were dead, like frozen to it. So every time somebody threw one and it was close, you'd wait for the wave off from the sweepers. They would either tell you made it or they'd wave it off. Like, no, it bounced, or no, it's a little short. And you got your papers. Was
Got your papers.
Was the joke, yeah.
Get your welding papers.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what happened in the 7th end over there between Burchard and Park?
All I know is
if they hung it, I'd know.
Right. Thanks, Ty.
So the answer is no, basically.
Yeah.
yellow scored because they have the they don't.
Was that
have the
George?
hand.
Okay. That just overcurled a little bit on him.
Just a little bit.
If he could have rolled over and crashed into that pile a little bit, he would have still opened up that chance at the deuce.
But
They're in tough spot now for two.
then they're still playing the same thing.
But if they're all even, what does he do?
It's probably freezing at some point.
Do we go up here then?
That's what I mind is hitting that 2, getting that yellow out.
We've already killed it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not going anywhere. If you go half knee. Do we need to be third count? We don't need to be third count.
I think it would be nice. I don't want to give them a guard.
Okay, I agree.
So I don't want to go guard.
So then let's go top 4 foot.
I like top 4.
Full 4 is
It's not-
good.
The top 4, there's not really a double.
Yeah.
So you're sitting 2. You got to steal 1 to make sure that you get the win.
At this point, we're playing the force, right?
Yeah.
Where do you put it right now? Where do you force it? Play the force and hope?
Well, at this point, I think you're playing for the extra end. But I think what they're trying to do is go on top 4 foot, and hopefully the other team doesn't make a double. Or if you really want to get aggressive, you go top 12 is this short. The only problem with that is you got a better chance of the steal, but you also bring back into play the deuce. So we'll see where this one gets. If it's top 4, I think it's a really good defensive shot that probably limits them to 1 at the most.
Yeah, because even if they get a 3/4 shot, half shot, they still get the win.
He's light though. He's light.
Yeah, I think that based on where those rocks were, the 2 red ones, you don't have a real great chance at stealing right now. But you're in such good shape for the force that you probably just be happy with the extra. And
when we have no center guard, you have to love the force. I mean, you got to kind of embrace that. And if you get a miss, great. But that's the only way that it's going to happen.
So do you go behind?
I think you have to. Yeah.
They're trying to hit and roll. But you're right. I think that if you're gonna play the hit and roll, you might as well play the draw.
I like the draw. I like the draw better. Back 4 foot. Just get it buried and make them make a freeze. And if they don't, then it's on.
Yeah, throw a little bait out there.
Hit and rolls are a harder shot than they get credit for. So I don't love trying to make exactly. I don't love trying to make a perfect hit and roll. I think that's a hard shot. I'd throw a draw if it was me.
Well, they're definitely pushing something around.
Yeah, they're throwing the hit and roll for sure.
Gotta sweep that. They left it a bit too long.
Hitting about a 1/4 rock. Needed at least half.
They got off that too. If she swept it the whole way, they might have had a chance, but they held her off in the middle. So a little more finish than they were expecting there, I would suggest.
Oh yeah.
All right. So 4 feet more.
Yep.
Looks like a draw right behind.
So you hear more ice too.
Yep.
The way it's been curling, if they're throwing that side, it should still be able to full bury.
You don't even need to full bury. You just need to get
Cover up
a good half. You're in a pretty good spot, but they gotta make a soft weight little tap or whatever. I mean, full bury's great, but as long as you're top tee and
really good.
partially buried, it's pretty good.
Hard line.
Line's
Line's
good here.
Other side if you're gonna go.
And I think especially on this side, as soon as you throw anything more of the back line, it's going to hold a lot
This
straighter.
is the straighter side. Yeah, if you could throw the shot to win with the intern, you'd like that a lot better. But
They
did go back, so you got.
Yeah, they gave him up a catcher.
Croy was a little more tempered in his response to his missed shot, though. He just said shoot silently under his breath. Unlike Nina, you know, just
a sailor.
Fly.
Just a sailor.
Yeah.
That's the difference between southern and central Wisconsin there.
I think we probably set a different standard when it was us on the mics earlier because Canada, like, there's a lot of swearing.
Well, I think Johnny Boy from Ontario.
Yeah,
just lets it fly.
Yeah, I think you guys had to monitor his mic quite a bit.
No, because people from Winnipeg, they don't say any swear words.
Oh no, I say all the swear words, but I'm better at censoring myself when I have a microphone on than he is. That's the only difference, literally.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work.
And I mean, he's been on a mic more than I have, but I've just learned to do it better than he has.
I'm amazed I haven't said anything so far.
What are you, like 8-9 draws in? Still rolling with it?
At least.
This looks pretty good.
And it's going to tap it a bit, but I think it's a pretty good shot.
About 4 inches separation out of there.
Nina's got to draw,
She's
though.
got to put it right on the point of it. And you can get to that nose, no problem.
Yeah, I think for Nina here, the biggest thing is just getting shot raw. You don't have to be dead frozen necessarily, but you'd love to be. Just got to get shot.
Even if she does get shot, though, is there a chance that Hungary can play the in-off on those rocks on the...
Potentially.
Depends on how much they can see.
You want to cross this if you can to take that away, I think. Like, cross it
Edge
an
at
inch,
8 foot or a
and
little
then
bit
that
more?
in-off is a lot harder,
I was
right?
taking that logo in the broom bag.
Okay.
Center of the black center.
It's hard to tell from here. Can they see that?
They can see some, but I don't know how much. Joel, can you tell us how much they can see of the red that is corner froze to the yellow over there in the 8-foot?
IT professional. All-star.
Because you probably have to hit like a
Good half. Yeah, they're saying you can see a half from hack, so it's all there.
Well, so you have to squeak the guard probably, but it's maybe there. But if you cross this, if you're Nina and Croy and you cross this freeze zone, then it doesn't matter because then they come off it and your shooter won't go anywhere. But if your nose or high side, then they have a chance.
Croy's pounding it.
Yep.
He's got to go to get it down there.
Looks like in-turn draw for the win.
As long as she doesn't dive on that side, it's wide open. That port is a lot smaller than it looks.
Yeah, I think that draw looks off. Like you might, I would consider playing it. Yeah,
Playing the hit and roll
the
instead?
outturn hit and roll. Yeah, because that's the swingy side of the sheet too. So that's gonna curl a bit. I think it's probably there, but you got to probably scrape that corner guard.
You got to be you got to be within what 3 inches of that corner. You say?
Yeah, max.
At max.
Like I'd be trying to like you almost have to try to call it like you're gonna hit that corner guard.
Yeah, I mean if you look at the first penny of the guard setup,
Like
by that point it's going to move 2.5 feet.
If I'm sitting in the hack to throw this shot, I'm saying to John, as soon as we get by the quarter, you gotta go. Like just sweep, even if it's heavy, just sweep it because you can tap this a bit and still be okay for your 2, but you gotta get through that port.
But with that port also, they have a rock and a half of backing.
Exactly. So you
Yeah.
can be a little heavy, so that doesn't matter. It's just a matter of the line to get
Is
through
making the
port.
line.
So if it, like I said, if it's me in the hack, I'm going. Even if it's heavy, when we get by the outside one, go hard.
Looks like plenty of weight.
That's a lot of weight. That's about hack.
It's gotta curl a lot. It's trying.
And good enough.
Yeah,
for the
good
win.
enough. That's going to be
Wow, great shot.
Zacharias over Roth. Let's say it again. Can we do it together?
1, 2, 3.
Zacharias over Roth.
Naj
It's
over
infinitely
Roth
better when you say it
Niebuhr.
together.
Power play.
All right, Madtown double down. Zacharias over Roth. Was that the B final?
That was a B final.
That was the B final
They
there.
are qualified into the playoffs. A little money in their pockets.
Oh yeah, we got some money guaranteed there.
And over on sheet 6, Burchard and Schneider took down Park and Deeren. Over on sheet 2, good guy is they're 2 ends behind.
Watch Curling Zone. We'll see what happens.
They're winning by 4 points, 6-2 over Schmoose Solheim. But that game is going very slowly.
Over on 1, we got Sinclair beating up on Anderson. 4-2. Really beating up on him.
4-2. Doubling up their score. Well, Chelsea, thank you for
thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
I thank John, but I mean he's gone, so
he left. He just took off.
That's pretty much been my life for like 2 days. So.
He didn't say goodbye. He just got up
do you want
and
to
walked
flip?
away.
Do you want to do whatever? I'm like, I don't know where John is.
Yeah,
But he'll be back eventually.
Madtown Double Down brought to you by Line of Kugels, Fireball, Cinnamon Whiskey, because memories are for the cowards. VoIP Defender, Floors for Less, Village Smile Care, and Craig Brown.
I'll be here tonight. I'll be back tonight.
Yep, 6:45 we'll be back with some more final action.
Well, you're not going to be here.
I'm not going to be here. Well, I'll be here for a little bit.
Swedish metal concert.
Yeah, and it's going to be fantastic. You're just jealous because I'm going to be drinking 32-ounce PBRs.
I will be enjoying Line and Kugels right here
I think
at
that's
this very table.
I think that's 3.8 liters. No, that's a gallon, isn't it?
3.8 liters. Yeah, I think
It's
so.
about a
Yeah, we'll just stop the broadcast now.
Thank